All right, Rocco, yesterday was such a good all-around game. How tough was it to see tonight and things kind of go a little flat?
Yeah, it was. And on, on either side of the ball, I don't have anything overly clever or any good way to describe it. It was a challenging game on both ends. We didn't get anything going on the offensive side until the middle of the game. Their guy, he misses bats. He misses a lot of bats. He also, to get to him, normally you got to tighten it up and bring him into the zone. And for the first 4 innings, he pounded the zone really good. And we had a tough time getting anything going at all. And then we worked it with some walks, and we actually saw more of what we were hoping to see, good at bats, getting some guys on, things happening in the 5th. But not nearly enough tonight. We had to do a lot more offensively, and you don't want to see, after playing a real nice ball game, you don't want to see the fundamental element of the game go away. We had two throwing errors. These are things that we have to avoid. These things we absolutely have to avoid these things.
Tough conditions to pitch in, but Joe Ryan, a lot of swing and miss, especially early. They made him work. Obviously, the pitch count was getting up there, but overall, pretty good outing. Yeah,
it was another very solid outing from Joe. And Joe might, I talked to Joe after his outing. He'll tend to focus on the things he wish he did better. Coming in, he hadn't walked one hitter. So the 2 that he walked today were on his mind a little bit. But overall, he pitched good. He kept them right there. Limited really everything. Despite having, he did have to throw some pitches. He did have to fight through some at-bats, but he fought and won most of those at-bats. So I was very pleased with what we saw from Joe.
You know anything yet about how Vasquez is?
So we got the initial imaging back, and the images were negative, so that was good. Anytime Vasquez says it hurts, he's not saying it hurts for sympathy. He's saying it hurts because he can't feel his hand and he can't throw. So I had some concern that it could have been worse, and I think we lucked out. And he's going to be all right. But he's in the training room now, getting still looked at and iced up and worked on. But I think we avoided a fracture, which was the fear.
How challenging is it? You guys put in all the work on the offensive side and switch things up with batting practice, got guys at bats. I think your starting rotation has given up 4 runs in the last 4 games. And just how challenging is it to have, try to win 2-1 games?
Right. The question isn't whether or not it's frustrating, because of course it's frustrating. That we want results, and the hitters want results, and our hitting coaches do a great job, and they have these guys lined up and prepared. So it's not about whether or not it's frustrating. It's whether you let that frustration affect you going forward or not. And we can't allow that to happen. We have to continue to work. You don't win with frustration. That's the only thing that can actually stop you from reaching your potential and finding yourself as a hitter. We have some guys that are still looking for the swings that they want, that are looking for those lanes when they're at the plate to see the ball through, because that's how it works at this level, and that's how a lot of guys think about hitting when they're going good. They're seeing the ball in the right lanes at the right times. And we have some guys that are. We got Wally's out there and Ty's out there, and those guys feel pretty good. And we have some other guys that have had some real nice days for us, but gaining that consistency through the lineup, that's what we need, and that's what we're working towards. So as I said, it's not about whether or not guys are going to get frustrated in a situation like this. Of course they are, but it's what do you do about it, and how do you maintain a level of, not a level, but a good level of work ethic and consistency in the way that you prepare for the game, because you're not there to switch it all up. You're there to maybe switch a few things up, but to maintain the principles that work.